Riverside.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Degennaro. And as Cassie mentioned, beautiful temperatures around the lake, which is of course known for its amazing blue water, first-class recreational opportunities, and maybe one day its tech startup scene. At least that's the idea behind a new startup studio in Incline Village. Welcome back, everyone. While astronauts up in space, they're excited to watch the Super Bowl as well. NASA released this video from the International Space Station showing an astronaut getting ready for the big game by throwing a football. But if your celebrations take you outside, well, you're going to want to grab your snow gear because a winter storm is hitting our region as we speak. News 4's Diane Tao joins us live off I-80 near Gold Ranch with a look at the current road conditions. And Diane, I-80 is actually closed right now.
Well, Joe and Shelby, I'm standing at the intersection of Curry and Rhodes right now, and I want to show you this roadway here to my right, or what used to be a roadway. Water has eroded much of the asphalt. Most of the lanes of this freeway are ice-free tonight. It looks like the plows and the salt and the brine they put down have all done their job. But on side roads, that's not necessarily the case. If you'll follow me right over here to Evans Avenue, you'll see that snow and ice still pretty heavily covering this street, which is the case for many local streets around town.
We are getting a better picture of what conditions fire crews are dealing with out here tonight. You can't see any of the flames or much of the smoke behind me right now, but you can see these charred hillsides that the Hollywood fire has left in its wake. Hey there, I'm at the 57th annual Virginia City Camel Races right now, and this is actually not the first time I've been on a camel today. I participated in the media races on camels.
Pokemon Go is undoubtedly popular. In the past 7 days alone, millions of people have signed on to catch 'em all.
The trespassers said they were using this app called Let Go. It's similar to sites like Craigslist. They told police the app sent them to the wrong address, and they ended up in Vicky's backyard by mistake. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 7:30 on this Friday morning. And it's not just Friday, but it's actually National Donut Day. So
What?
I know, we need some donuts. Oh, people are going back to analog listening and buying records, vinyl records, in numbers we haven't seen in nearly 3 decades. This is not a sight you see every day in a big city. Take a look. A horse running loose down the street, but that was the scene this morning in Philadelphia with half a dozen patrol cars chasing down the mare, and its name, Big Mama.
I'm starting to feel it on my shoulders, a little bit on my face, a little bit on my chest. Yeah, I spent the day.
You gotta cut fresh aloe vera. That's
fresh
what you do.
aloe vera.
If you don't get the stuff in the bottle, if you can find an aloe plant and you apply, it's kind of goopy when you cut it, but you apply it and it clears it up way faster. If you don't already know that, try it. Trust me, you will never go back.
This wilderness survivor, Olivia Degennaro over here, my goodness. All right.
Before we go with this special edition of News 4, we've all seen that famous illustration of a 1940s woman making a muscle. Let's do it. Thousands of those Rosie the Riveters came together for a rally just over the hill in the Bay Area in Richmond, California.
We're literally in a total surrounded firestorm, fire on every single side of us.
Dwayne Stadley describes the moment he knew it was time to leave his home of more than 30 years.
And I said, get the dog and get dressed, and we were out of here. And we didn't take anything. Nothing.
Just after 5 a.m. on Friday, Dwayne and his family evacuated in just minutes when they saw flames surrounding them, and he says they barely made it out alive.
When we got down onto Franktown Road, somebody banged on my window and said, your back of your truck's on fire.
4 days after the Little Valley fire sparked, Dwayne invited us to come up to his mountain property with him and survey the damage.
Used to be a three-story home.
He lost nearly everything in the fire, and while there are some things he can replace,
The night of the fire, I found myself at Walmart at 10 o'clock going, God, I don't have toothpaste. Oh, I don't have socks. Oh, I don't even have a comb to comb my hair.
there's no way to replace the custom home he built with his own 2 hands.
Built every single block, 2x4, everything's me and friends.
Or recreate all of the memories he made on his property.
It's the personal things you lose that there's no, you've heard the stories. You can't replace the pictures.
And while Dwayne is rummaging through the rubble and dealing with his grief,
This was This was my pride and joy.
He's also expressing anger because he believes his home would still be standing if it wasn't for a prescribed burn.
Do you believe that a prescribed burn caused the Little Valley fire?
I don't believe, I know it did. I know it did. For 2 or 3 weeks up here, they've had those prescribed burns, winds blowing. It made absolutely no sense to me.
And he hopes the state of Nevada will compensate the people who lost their homes.
My anger, I'm holding it back, but this didn't have to happen. Just didn't have to happen.
But as he sifts through the ashes and tries to collect what's left of his house, Dwayne is already planning to build a new home on this property.
With winter coming, this will probably just basically stay like it is till spring. We'll be designing a new home through the winter, and hopefully when spring breaks, yeah, we'll break too. Yep.